Hello, welcome back. In this session, we will add parts and glass data to our elevation. Start CAD-Dog and select Add Edit StickData. This is a list of generic part positions. When you select an item from this list, it will be included in the Position field here. This is an editable field, so you can use an item from the list or type anything you want to in this field. The ELEV mark and ELEV quantity field values will be entered manually. Any value can be entered into the ELEV mark field, but only whole numbers will work for the ELEV quantity field. When you start a new project, CAD-Dog creates this default list in your project folder with some shapes from a Conair curtain wall and storefront system. When you click the Edit Profiles list button, this file will open for editing. You can enter any value in any of these fields that you want except for the factor field. The values in this column must be numerical values with up to 5 decimal places. When finished, save and close the workbook and click the Apply Changes button to update the list. The list is now updated with your changes. Note that the entries in the part number column will be searched by CAD-Dog for a matching name in a folder containing Windows metafile images. I will provide instructions later for creating and saving the metafiles. The metafile image files are very handy but not necessary. Since most Windows system members, head, sill, jamb, etc., are comprised of more than one extruded shape, CAD-Dog allows you to add up to 4 components to any given part created by the elevation generator. If you need more than 4 components with some members, you can add single supplemental members to your elevation and add up to 4 more components to the newly added single member. So let's add some parts to our elevation. Select the First Shape radio button. Enter the elevation marker name. Enter the required quantity. Enter the part position, and select a part from the profile list. Check the cutting rule in the factor field. If you want to change it, double-click in the factor field and enter the number that you want. This number will be added to the drawn length of the part, so if you want to subtract a value, you must enter a negative number by preceding it with a minus sign. No space between the minus sign and the number. Do not use a plus sign for positive numbers. Click the Add Update Data button. If the crosshairs or pick box isn't showing for the cursor, click once in the drawing area to activate the drawing window and select the part or parts that you want to add the data to. Note that the first shape is required for extracting a cut list. CAD-Dog will not recognize any part without the first shape data attached. Before starting any CAD-Dog commands, it is a good habit to press the Escape key on your keyboard to make sure that there are no active AutoCAD commands in progress in the drawing. When you created your elevation, CAD-Dog created a layer named EIP Sticks and drew all the elevation sticks on this layer. Make sure not to use this layer to draw any other objects, as CAD-Dog will inspect all objects on the EIP Sticks layer, and any object that was not created with the elevation generator will be read as an improperly formatted stick, and it will escape out of whatever function you are trying to use. You will then need to find the errant object or objects and change the layer that they are on or delete them. Be careful when selecting the parts in your drawing, especially when selecting groups of parts. If you add the wrong information to a part, select the First Shape radio button, click the View Part Data button, select the part in question and right-click or press Enter. Look at the part data in the Add Edit StickData window. If some or all of the information is incorrect, select the correct information, click the Add Update Data button, and select the part or parts that you want to change. Repeat this procedure for the second, third, and fourth shapes as required. If the part you want to correct originally had more component shapes than you want it to have when corrected, click the Strip Part Data button, select the shape that you want to edit, and all the previously added data will be removed. You can then add the correct components to the part. Let's check our cut list info now. Here are the shapes added to the head part. To the left, jam, and to the entire elevation. Now let's add some glass panes. This checkbox will display the glass size text horizontally. This one will display the glass size text vertically. I like to wait until I get final confirmed window dimensions before adding the glass size text, so I don't have to do as much editing later. Click the Select Elevation button to add the pertinent elevation information to the Add Edit Glass Data form. Select the glass type that you want. Type in the dimensions for the glass engagement past the daylight opening, if different from the default. You will notice some pop-up instructional prompts at various times for some of CADDog's functions. You can either click OK to close these pop-ups or click Enter. If you start a command and change your mind, press the Escape button on your keyboard to exit the command. Pick from the bottom left inside corner of the daylight opening where you want to add the glass pane first, and then pick the upper right inside corner of the same daylight opening and your glass pane is created and ready to be extracted to the Excel sheet that CADDog creates for glass lists. Rather than adding all of the glass lights individually, and since I have many equal lights on this elevation, I will save some time by copying, carefully, the equal lights from already created lights of the same size. Now let's have a look at our glass list. Here's a single light. Here's two. Here are all the lights in the elevation. And this button will generate the glass list for the entire project. The parts list form also has a command to extract the cut list from the entire project. Now our elevation is complete with all of the parts and lights of glass attached. In the next tutorial, we will copy this elevation, modify it to make a new elevation with a different name and quantity, insert elevation and key plan label symbols, and take a look at the output formats for the cut lists and glass lists. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next tutorial. Have a good day.